So what if I told you I had gold sitting right under your nose? Would you believe me? In fact, I'm going to show you in this video how to do exactly what I said in the thumbnail. Quick, easy websites. And I'm going to show you how to leverage the power of ChatGPT's Agent Mode and make it happen for real. And of course, I want to say thanks for coming back. Love providing great content for you guys. And of course, I do everything I do absolutely free. I just ask that if you like the content, that you like, subscribe, and comment the word AI, and I'm going to send you access to everything, the step-by-step guide on how to get started making money with AI, my lovely little AI checklist here that has a list of over 300 AI tools, access to our Discord community, and a step-by-step guide on how to get started. So you can do this as an absolute beginner. With no coding skills, no prior experience with this, hey, you don't even have to know how to do TikTok dances. This is actually really simple. And in fact, if you happen to have ChatGPT, which most everybody does these days, I would recommend, if you don't already, spend the $20. Get the regular full mode of this because Agent Mode is actually inside here. And here's what I did. Did you know that there are a lot of small businesses out there, what we call cottage industries, that just don't even have a website? People are in business and they just simply rely on social media or word of mouth for their presence for their business. And yeah, that can be cool and all, but that's not what really makes you look 100% legitimate. In fact, I've seen people running around with wraps on their vehicles or some sort of a thing on their vehicle that indicates their business or markets it in that way, but they don't even have an actual functioning website. Well, here's the deal. You can build something for them with no experience whatsoever. In fact, you don't even have to know how to build a website or know how to do one string of code and develop something absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to show you, number one, here's how you find clients. And then I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to build something that looks stellar. And of course, welcome back to the channel. We're doing well and we're moving towards our 1,000 subscriber. And hey, if that's you, we're going to actually send you something really cool. It's going to be a fun time. I have something really special planned. And so here's what I did. Inside of ChatGPT, I actually activated what they call Agent Mode. Now, it's right down here in this little plus. If you hit this, there are options here, guys. And if you select Agent Mode, there you have it. And what I did is I asked it, find me 10 local small businesses in the greater Phoenix area that don't have a website. Maybe they use other means for their business presence, and then give me the contact information for each one of them, including email addresses, phone numbers, and find 10 that meet this criteria. Well, what did it do? Understood. And so it went about its task. For some reason, it stopped after 2 minutes and asked if I wanted to continue. Of course, I did. And then it went on. It worked for 15 minutes, and then here we go. Small Phoenix area businesses without a website currently here in, well, thanks, 2025. Thanks. And it gave me a list of businesses. Now, it gave me, of course, a Holy Trinity Community, African Methodist, Episcopal Church. Could you get a longer name? We don't really need religious organizations for what we're doing for our exercise. No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with providing websites for religious organizations or churches, but that's not actually what I'm going for here. Then I asked it, can you exclude churches and religious organizations, which it did quite well. And this time, it actually gave me all of the contact information you can see right over here on the right-hand side. This isn't private information, so I'm not really concerned about trying to blur this. This is readily available. If I can find it, so can you. But it gave me all of their information, and it told me where it found it, and so on. Local business directories, and so on. It searched all public records, Facebook pages, business yellow pages, you name it. Anything at all, it searched and found 10. And I told it, now, can you take what you know about each one of these contacts and provide me with a cold email script and put it into a Word document that I can use inside an outreach campaign that I would use to put inside of Go HighLevel. Now, at this moment, I'm not actually going to use HighLevel for this. I just wanted to see what it would do in text format so that I could even send out this information or send out cold emails from even a Gmail address. So how cool is it? Number one, it identified 10 local businesses for me, found all of their information, and then created a cold email script that's right inside of here. You can copy this entire process, and I will give this to you inside the checklist or link to it I especially put this kind of information in our Discord community, so you want to join us there. But once I've taken this information, it went to the next stage. And this is what I'm going to show you exactly how I applied this to one of the local businesses that I'm working with now on a very cool project. I'm going to show you step by step how I created an amazing website and what it looks like in the end. What I did is I'm actually working with a group right now that fantastic people, phenomenal, but they have an organization that does unsecured lending for small businesses. And so if you happen to be a small business owner out there and you're looking to get funding for your business, these guys are great, we'll connect you. But they needed a new build for their website. And so what I did is I went into ChatGPT and I went into Agent Mode. But what I did is inside of Agent Mode, the reason that Agent Mode is so powerful, maybe you didn't even know that was there, but you can give it specific tasks, multiple tasks. You're not just asking it for a recipe or asking it for to solve something. You're asking it to do multiple things to give you data that you can then turn into something actionable. And in this particular instance, what I said was, I need you to research top performing websites of lending organizations, not institutional banks like Chase and Bank of America and Wells Fargo. There's a reason for this. And then I need you to give me the common design cues from their websites and explain why they're visually appealing and engaging. Then I need you to give me the most common fonts, color palettes, so I can take those elements and create my own website. That's right. I'm asking it to do analysis on other websites so I could create something that's really powerful. Do you realize that large organizations, banks, you name it, they put millions of dollars into research and development of their websites to make them engaging, to make them powerful, to make them function well? Well, guess what? I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. And I don't have an ego big enough to think that I'm always right. But what I do know is I possess the access to tools like this that can do the research for me and give me information on what other people have spent lots of money to create. And so what it did, it worked for 3 seconds. Here's the other thing about Agent Mode. It says, hey, boss, I actually worked for you, and here's what I did. If you're fine with a general approach, then I'll conduct a thorough analysis and so on. I said, by traffic and user engagements, this is my response to it. Specifically on pages relating to searching for financial products. Why did I do this? I didn't want traffic based on their home landing page because that's where you go to log in to your accounts. You go to the home page to log into your Wells Fargo account or your Bank of America, whatever it is. I don't want traffic based on that. That's not people searching for things to become customers. That is where you go to log into an account. So that's a normal behavior. The majority of that traffic can then be completely discounted because that's not what I'm looking for. I said, disregard your login pages. I want it measured by traffic specifically for users searching for loan products. Now, you can do this for any industry. You could say, I want top performing websites for car dealerships or for dentists or for pediatricians or for nail salons. It doesn't matter. You can utilize tools like this to find top performing things. Now, this is ChatGPT Agent Mode, folks. This is how it analyzes the data. It tells me about lending tree, it tells me about all of these. And so it gives me common design cues. Striking hero section. What do they mean by a hero section? Doesn't mean a guy holding a flag or Captain America. It means that there's a big segment, an image of something that's highly relevant to what you might be looking for. Common design cues. It gives me everything and what was important. And it gives absolutely all of the analytical data. Here's the important thing to understand. I don't necessarily care about the design because I'm not personally designing the website. I'm going to show you that in a second. What I did is I looked at all the colors, the fonts, all the stuff. It gave me the hex codes. It gave me everything here, including all of the common information. It gives me a nice summary right here. Report identifies these particular things, designs the patterns of the sites. And I said, hey, that's very thorough and awesome information. Don't forget to say thank you to your ChatGPT or your Grok or your Claude or whatever it is. They're just AI now, but they may be your caretaker one day, and they'll remember the ones who were kind. So be nice. I'm only halfway joking, unfortunately. And it said work for 6 seconds. You're welcome. I'm glad the information was helpful. If you need further assistance with your website research, feel free to ask. If you're polite, it's polite back. So now can you please give me a prompt to create my own website based on this top performing criteria? The name of the domain and the brand is Small Biz Money Man. I completely disregarded that, by the way. But I said I need the site to be a thorough and including a dynamic contact form that is working. Please include all major design cues and interactivity. Worked for 14 whole seconds. Here's a comprehensive prompt. Small Biz Money Man lending. Incorporating the best practices that are gleaned from top performing lenders. Do you realize the power of that? It pulled all of that data. It scraped it. It took all of 15 minutes, maybe, to really give me all that information. Created all of this. And I said, wow, that was cool. Primary colors, all of this. Key page components, loan options, loan eligibility. You guys may not be excited about this stuff, but just imagine, insert whatever industry that you think, or 10, 20 different industries that are in your neighborhood that are small businesses that could truly benefit from emulating the largest players in their field. You understand that? You can empower a small business to have the same sleek, high-powered look as the top multi-billion-dollar players in whatever industry that is. How amazing is that? They don't have to look small time. It could be a small sandwich shop that can look like the biggest out there, all because you learn how to scrape the data. And so what I did is I took this entire prompt and I got busy coding. I got busy writing strings of code and creating images. No, I didn't. I'm kidding. I'm lying. It's a complete joke. I didn't do any of that. What I did is I took the prompt. I went back over here to Lovable. And what I did is I went, hey, Lovable, and I popped it all into here. Here's my long prompt. Here's all of the details that I gave it. Need to create a financial product site, unsecured business financing. I gave it all of the design cues, everything that I needed. It asked me some questions. It asked me what I needed to do, company tagline, brand identity, this sort of thing. And I said, they specialize in things for medical practices, e-commerce companies, auto dealers, inventory financing. I gave it a little bit of other things that it would do. It got a little frozen up there for a second. So I said, hey, keep working. It says, okay, I'll great. I'll complete all this, enabling its own cloud. Guess what? I didn't need any tools. You may know this name, Supabase. It didn't need a database, an external connection to anything. It set up its own cloud reference right here and dumped all of the data and connectivity in there for me. Enabled an email sending tool inside the database with the parameters that I wanted to have. And then it got frozen up again a little bit, because these things, they do, okay? Just understand this technology is amazing, but it takes a minute. I said, are you finished with the site? He goes, no, I haven't built the content yet. I only set up the back-end infrastructure. Get off my back, basically, pal. I'm working here. Thought for 12 whole seconds. Came back and said, hey, you got the site. I don't know why it gave me an error here, but I want to show you this. Boom. Here we are. Here's the site. What do you know? BizFund. Yeah, it disregarded my, what I wanted to call it. I can go back in and just change this, but I wanted to show you it has everything. Auto dealers, other small businesses. Check your rate. But check your rate. It puts it right here. It's a nice contact form that then submits it over to the email address that I told it to go and send it to. By the way, I told it also, don't forget to put all the legal disclaimers and all the other fun jazz in here that keeps it compliant. Loan options. Gives you all this stuff. Guys, it built, I don't know why I keep saying guys. It's just you watching. Unless you have people with you. So I'm sorry I keep saying guys. You might not be a guy. It's a speech thing. My apologies. It did something phenomenal. It created a multi-page website inside of, I probably spent maybe an hour working back and forth with it and fine-tuning it a little bit. Do you have any idea how many small businesses out there would love to have a beautiful, high-functioning, quality-looking website that emulates all of the color palettes, all of the SEO, all of the strength of everything that high-value players have in their industry? This is incredible. So this is something that you can utilize ChatGPT for. I spend the $20 a month, okay? It's worth every penny to have agent mode, to be able to do the deep research, to be able to give me what I want, and then plug it into Lovable. Guess what?
This version of Lovable, still the free version. I did this with the free version. There's obviously pricing to do more stuff. I'm really limited with this, but I'm testing it out. I'm going to end up just signing up for the full version of this thing, probably the middle tier, so I can do a lot more projects with this. Lovable has proved itself over and over again to be a highly valuable tool. And it's something that's amazing for you to be able to go out and pitch any small business to create a beautiful website for them. Even if they have a website currently, you can literally take what they have and then improve on it and create something like this. So ChatGPT truly is a money machine. The thing's almost like an ATM. It's a license to print cash, it feels like sometimes. I do this on a regular basis for small businesses in my area. I'm telling you, the power is immense. And guess what? People on average don't trust me, trust Google. The average cost, $100 for a landing page and $2,000 for a functioning website. And sometimes companies spend over $100,000 for complex sites. I can tell you that building a simple site and just a multi-page, 5 pages or less type of a website, people will pay $500 to $1,000 easy to have a simple site set up. And guess what? You can build it like this with very little hosting cost and charge people a monthly retainer. But if you're also wrapping in the social media management and also their CRM requirements, you're talking about a monthly bill of anywhere from $500 to $1,000 on a regular basis. You don't have to sell many clients to have a nice recurring income. If you had 10 clients over the next year and you're making $10,000 a month, would that make a difference for you? Would that move the needle for you? I can tell you, move the needle for me. So what I'm here to do is I'm here to empower you. I want to remove the AI anxiety and show you that it's actually quite simple to do. So once again, I just want to say thank you for being here. Of course, I ask you to like, subscribe, and comment. I love your engagement. We're getting close to our 1,000 subscribers, and if it's you, I'm going to send you something really awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun with it, so prepare for that. But for now, I hope you learned something out of the video, and I'm looking forward to helping you get started making money with AI because, hey, if you don't learn how to make money when you sleep, you'll always have to get up for work. And that's it. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.